You're not lazy. Social media is rewiring your brain. The invisible trap. Have you ever opened your phone for a moment? Just one message, just one notification. You tell yourself it will take 1 minute. But when you look again at the clock, 30 minutes are gone. Sometimes an hour, sometimes more. You scroll, you watch, you swipe again. Video after video, post after post. And when you finally stop, something feels strange. You feel tired, but you did nothing. You feel empty, but you saw so much. You feel behind, even though you were busy. Many people think this means they are lazy. They say to themselves, "Why can't I focus? Why do I waste so much time? Why can't I control myself?" But the truth is different. You are not lazy. Something else is happening. Your brain is being trained, slowly, quietly, every day. And the teacher is your phone. Social media is not just an app. It is a system designed to hold your attention. Every swipe, every notification, every like. All of it is carefully built, not to help you grow, but to keep you scrolling. Because your attention is valuable, very valuable. The longer you stay, the more money these platforms make. So they study you. They watch what you click, what you like, what makes you stop scrolling. They learn your fears, your dreams, your curiosity. And then they build a feed that is perfect for you, a feed that is almost impossible to leave. You think you are choosing what to watch, but most of the time, the system is choosing for you. This is why people everywhere feel the same struggle. Students, workers, artists, entrepreneurs. Everyone says the same thing. I can't focus anymore. But again, it is not laziness. It is training. Your brain is learning new habits. When you scroll social media, your brain receives small rewards. A funny video, a surprising fact, a beautiful photo. Each one gives you a tiny burst of pleasure. Scientists call this dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in the brain that makes you feel good. It is also the chemical of motivation. It tells your brain, that was good, do it again. So you scroll again and again and again. Soon your brain begins to expect these rewards, fast rewards, constant rewards, endless rewards. This is where the problem begins, because real life does not work like social media. Real life moves slowly. Learning a skill takes time. Reading a book takes patience. Building a dream takes effort. But your brain is now used to speed. Swipe, reward. Swipe, reward. Swipe, reward. This pattern is powerful.
After many days, your brain begins to change. Focus becomes harder. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Boredom feels unbearable. You open your phone without thinking. You reach for it in every quiet moment, waiting in line, riding the bus, sitting alone. The phone becomes your escape. But here is the hidden cost. Every moment you escape from boredom, you lose something important. You lose the chance to think. Thinking requires silence. Great ideas are born in quiet moments, when your mind has space, when your thoughts can wander. But social media fills every empty space in your mind. There is always another video, another post, another notification. Your brain never rests. And slowly, something inside you becomes weaker. Your attention. Attention is one of the most powerful abilities you have. It allows you to learn, to create, to solve problems, to build your future. But attention is like a muscle. If you train it poorly, it becomes weak. If you train it well, it becomes strong. Right now, many people are training their attention to be short, very short, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, then the brain wants something new. This is why long tasks feel difficult. Reading feels slow. Studying feels heavy. Working feels exhausting. But watching short videos feels easy. Your brain is not broken. It is adapting. It is simply learning the rules of the environment you give it. If you spend hours in fast digital worlds, your brain becomes fast and restless.
If you spend time in quiet focus, your brain becomes calm and deep. The good news is this: your brain can change again. The brain is flexible. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. It means your brain can rewire itself. New habits create new pathways. New patterns create new strength. But first, you must see the trap clearly. Most people never do. They believe the problem is their personality. They think they lack discipline. They think they are weak. But discipline is not the first step. Awareness is. When you understand what is happening, everything changes. You stop blaming yourself. You start observing your habits. You notice how often your hand reaches for your phone. You notice how quickly your attention jumps. You notice how tired your mind feels after long scrolling. These small observations are powerful because awareness creates choice. Before awareness, you react automatically. You feel bored. You open your phone. You feel uncomfortable. You scroll again. But when you become aware, a small pause appears, a moment of space. In that moment, you can ask yourself a question. Do I really want this right now? Sometimes the answer will still be yes, and that is okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is control. Your phone should be a tool, not your master. But in today's world, many people live the opposite way. Their phone controls their time, their attention, their emotions. A notification appears and their focus disappears. A post gets many likes and their mood rises. A post gets no attention and their confidence falls. This is a dangerous cycle because your happiness becomes connected to numbers on a screen, numbers that do not truly measure your value. Real life is deeper than that. Your worth cannot be counted in likes. Your growth cannot be measured by followers. Your dreams cannot be built with endless scrolling. Real life requires presence. Real life requires focus. Real life requires time. And time is the one thing social media quietly steals, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. Most people do not notice this loss immediately because each moment feels small. Just one more video, just one more post, just 5 minutes. But small moments accumulate. 5 minutes becomes 50, 50 becomes 500. Weeks pass, months pass, and suddenly you realize something painful. You spent so much time watching others live instead of living yourself. This realization can feel heavy, but it can also be powerful because the moment you see the trap is the moment you begin to escape it. You do not need to destroy technology. You do not need to disappear from the digital world. Technology is not the enemy. Unconscious use is. The real goal is balance. To use social media without being used by it. To stay informed without becoming addicted. To enjoy connection without losing yourself. This is possible. Many people are learning this again. They are rediscovering something simple, life outside the screen. The sound of wind in the trees, the feeling of sunlight on the skin, a real conversation with a friend, moments that cannot be captured fully in photos, moments that must be experienced. When you step away from the endless scroll, even for a short time, something surprising happens. Your mind becomes quieter. Your thoughts slow down. Your attention begins to return. At first, this silence can feel strange, almost uncomfortable. You may feel the urge to check your phone again. That urge is normal. It is simply a habit, and habits lose power when you stop feeding them. Each moment of awareness weakens the old pattern. Each moment of presence strengthens a new one. Slowly, the brain begins to heal. Focus returns little by little. Your mind becomes clearer. Ideas begin to appear again. Creativity wakes up. You realize something important. The problem was never your laziness. The problem was the environment around your attention. And environments can be changed. This understanding is the beginning of freedom, Not freedom from technology, but freedom from unconscious living. Part 2. When your mind finally becomes quiet again. Imagine something simple. You wake up in the morning. The room is quiet. Soft light enters through the window. The world is calm. Your phone is next to you. For a moment, you feel the urge to grab it, to check messages, to check notifications, to see what happened while you were sleeping. This habit is very common. Millions of people begin their day this way, before they even leave their bed, before they drink water, before they breathe deeply. They open social media, and suddenly their mind is no longer calm. It becomes crowded with other people's lives, photos, videos, opinions, arguments, news, success stories, perfect bodies, luxury vacations, motivational quotes. In only a few minutes, your mind receives more information than people received in entire days many years ago, and your brain must process all of it. Your brain tries to understand, to react, to compare, to judge, all at once. This creates mental noise, a lot of noise. But most people do not notice this noise because it feels normal now. The modern world is loud, always connected, always moving, always updating. But the human brain was not built for this constant flood of information. Your brain evolved in quiet environments, forests, villages, small communities, slow conversations, long walks, silence between thoughts. In those environments, the brain could think deeply, it could focus, it could rest. But social media changed the rhythm of the mind. Now everything moves fast, very fast. Your brain jumps from one emotion to another in seconds. A funny video makes you laugh. A sad story appears next, then a shocking news headline, then a travel photo that creates envy, then a motivational speech, then a political argument. Your emotions change again and again, up, down, like a roller coaster.
This constant switching is exhausting. Even if you are sitting still, your brain is working very hard, but it is not doing deep work. It is doing shallow work, surface thinking, quick reactions, short attention. And after many hours of this, your mind feels tired. Not the healthy tiredness that comes after meaningful effort, but a strange kind of tiredness, a foggy tiredness, a mental heaviness. You feel drained, yet you cannot explain why. This is one of the hidden effects of constant scrolling. Your brain becomes overloaded with stimulation. Too many images, too many voices, too many ideas, too little silence. Silence is extremely important for the human mind. Silence allows the brain to organize thoughts. It allows emotions to settle. It allows creativity to grow. But social media removes silence. Every empty moment becomes filled. Waiting in line, scrolling. Riding the bus, scrolling. Walking alone, scrolling. Sitting in a cafe, scrolling. Even before sleep, scrolling. Your brain rarely receives true rest. It receives distraction instead. But distraction is not rest. Rest allows the brain to recover. Distraction simply hides the fatigue for a moment. And this is why many people feel mentally exhausted today. They are not physically working harder than humans in the past, but their minds are constantly stimulated, always reacting, never resting. Now imagine something different. Imagine you decide to step away from social media for a short time, not forever, just a small break. Maybe 1 hour, maybe one afternoon, maybe one day. At first, something interesting happens. Your brain feels uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. You may feel bored, restless, impatient. Your hand might reach for your phone automatically, even when you know there is nothing new to see. This feeling surprises many people. They realize something important. They are not just using their phone, they are depending on it. This moment can feel strange, but it is also the beginning of change. Because after the first wave of discomfort, something else appears. Quiet,
real quiet. Your mind begins to slow down. The noise becomes softer. Your thoughts become clearer. You begin to notice things again, small things, the sound of birds outside, the movement of leaves in the wind, the rhythm of your breathing, the feeling of your feet touching the ground when you walk. These simple experiences were always there, but they were hidden behind the screen. When the screen disappears, reality returns. And reality has a different pace, a slower pace, a human pace. In this slower rhythm, your brain begins to recover. Focus slowly rebuilds. Your attention becomes longer. Your thinking becomes deeper. At first, it may feel strange to focus on one thing for a long time. Reading a book may feel difficult. Studying may feel heavy. Working without checking your phone may feel challenging. But this is normal. Your brain is relearning an old skill, the skill of sustained attention. And like any skill, it grows stronger with practice. Each moment of focus strengthens the brain. Each moment of distraction weakens it. This does not mean you must become perfect. No one lives without distraction. But when you reduce constant scrolling, something powerful happens. Your mind gains space, and space is where ideas are born. Great thinkers throughout history often valued solitude. They walked alone. They sat quietly. They allowed their minds to wander. In those moments of wandering, new thoughts appeared, new inventions, new stories, new discoveries. But creativity rarely appears in crowded mental spaces. It requires openness. It requires silence. It requires boredom sometimes. Yes, boredom. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is often the doorway to creativity. When the brain has nothing to consume, it begins to create. A new idea, a new plan, a new dream. But if every moment of boredom is immediately filled with scrolling, the brain never enters this creative state. The mind becomes a consumer instead of a creator, consuming videos, consuming opinions, consuming entertainment, endlessly. But when you step away from the scroll, even briefly, the direction changes. You begin to produce instead of consume. You write something, you draw something, you think about your future, you reflect on your goals, you ask deeper questions. What do I really want in life? What matters most to me? What kind of person do I want to become? These questions rarely appear during endless scrolling, because the feed constantly pulls your attention outward, toward other people, other lifestyles, other opinions. But when the feed disappears, your attention returns inward. And this inward attention is powerful. It builds self-awareness. It builds clarity. It builds purpose. Another beautiful change also begins to happen. Time feels different. Many people say the same thing after reducing social media. The days feel longer. Not because time actually changes, but because attention changes. When you scroll for hours, time disappears quickly. When you are present, time expands. Moments become richer. Experiences become deeper. You begin to truly live inside your day instead of rushing through it. A simple walk becomes relaxing. A conversation becomes meaningful. A meal becomes enjoyable. These small experiences build a sense of peace, a quiet satisfaction. Not the fast excitement of viral videos, but a deeper kind of happiness, the kind that grows slowly and lasts longer. And slowly, something very important begins to return: your sense of direction. When the mind is constantly distracted, it becomes difficult to think about long-term goals. Life becomes reactive. You simply respond to whatever appears in front of you. But when focus returns, planning becomes easier. You can imagine your future more clearly. You can take small steps toward meaningful goals, learning a skill, improving your health, building a career, strengthening relationships. All of these things require sustained attention,
and sustained attention grows in quiet minds. This is why many successful people protect their attention carefully. They do not eliminate technology completely, but they control it. They decide when to use it. They decide when to disconnect. They treat their attention like a valuable resource, because it is. Your attention shapes your life. What you focus on grows. If you focus on endless content, you become a consumer of other people's lives. If you focus on learning and creating, you begin to build your own. This realization changes everything. You begin to see your phone differently, not as an enemy, but as a tool, a powerful tool, one that must be used carefully, like fire. Fire can cook food, fire can warm a house, but uncontrolled fire can also destroy forests. Technology works the same way. Used wisely, it can help you learn, connect, and grow. Used unconsciously, it can quietly consume your time, your focus, and your energy. The choice belongs to you, every day, every moment. And the beautiful truth is this: you do not need dramatic changes to reclaim your mind. Small changes are enough. Moments of awareness, moments of silence, moments without the screen. Each one helps your brain remember its natural rhythm, a rhythm that is calm, curious, creative, and deeply human.
Part 3. Take back your mind, take back your life. There is a quiet moment that changes everything. It does not happen with noise. It does not happen with excitement. It happens slowly. One day, you look at your phone, and instead of feeling pulled by it, you feel aware. You notice the habit. You notice the urge. But something inside you pauses. You ask a simple question: do I really want to open this right now? That small question is powerful because it creates distance between you and the habit. Before that moment, the action was automatic. Bored, scroll. Waiting, scroll. Uncomfortable, scroll. But awareness changes the pattern. Now there is space, and inside that space, you can choose. Choice is the beginning of freedom. Not freedom from technology, but freedom from unconscious living. Many people believe they must delete everything to regain control, delete every app, disappear from the internet, leave the digital world completely. But that is not necessary. The goal is not escape. The goal is balance. Technology is a tool, and tools are powerful when used intentionally. Imagine a carpenter building a house. He uses a hammer, but he does not hold the hammer all day. He uses it when needed, then he puts it down. Your phone should be the same, a tool, not a constant companion, not a constant distraction. Learning this balance changes your life in quiet but powerful ways. The first change you notice is time, real time. Time that once disappeared into scrolling, now it returns. Small pockets of time appear throughout the day, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. These moments used to vanish without notice, but now they become opportunities. Opportunities to think, to read, to learn, to rest, to create. Many people are surprised when they discover how much time they actually have, hours every day, hours that can be invested in something meaningful. Learning a language, improving a skill, building a healthier body, reading books that expand your mind, writing ideas that once lived only in your thoughts. These activities feel different from scrolling. They require effort, but they also give something back: growth, pride, progress. This kind of effort creates a deeper satisfaction, not the quick excitement of a viral video, but the quiet confidence that comes from building something real. Another change also begins to appear. Your focus grows stronger. At first, concentration may feel fragile. Your mind may still want to check your phone often. This is normal. Your brain spent years learning one pattern. It needs time to learn another. But with practice, focus becomes easier. You begin to work longer without distraction. You begin to read longer without losing interest. You begin to think deeper without feeling restless. Focus is like a muscle. Every moment of attention strengthens it. Every moment of awareness protects it. Soon you begin to notice something beautiful. Your mind feels clearer. Ideas appear more easily. Solutions to problems come faster. Creativity wakes up again. Creativity is not only for artists. Every human being is creative. Creativity appears when the mind has space. Space to explore, space to imagine, space to connect ideas. But constant scrolling fills that space with noise. When the noise disappears, creativity returns. You may start writing again, drawing again, thinking about projects you once abandoned. Dreams you once ignored begin to feel possible again. Another powerful change also grows quietly inside you. Confidence. Not the loud confidence that seeks attention, but a deeper confidence, a calm confidence. The kind that grows when you stop comparing your life to the highlight reels of others. Social media often shows the best moments of people's lives, perfect vacations, perfect success, perfect smiles. But behind those images are struggles that are rarely shown. Every person has difficulties. Every person has doubts. Every person has failures. But the screen rarely shows these realities. So when you scroll endlessly, your mind begins to believe a dangerous story. Everyone else is ahead. Everyone else is happier. Everyone else is winning. This story slowly damages self-belief. It creates pressure. Pressure to perform. Pressure to prove. Pressure to keep up. But when you reduce that constant comparison, something important happens. Your attention returns to your own path, your own growth, your own journey. You stop measuring your life against strangers. You begin measuring it against your past self. Am I learning? Am I improving? Am I becoming stronger than yesterday? These questions build real confidence, because the only competition that truly matters is the one between who you were and who you are becoming. And as confidence grows, another strength appears: emotional independence. You no longer depend on digital approval. Likes become less important. Comments become less powerful. Your mood is no longer controlled by numbers on a screen. You begin to trust your own judgment. You create things because they feel meaningful, not because they might become popular. You make decisions because they feel right, not because they might impress others. This independence is powerful. It frees your mind. It frees your creativity. It frees your life. You begin to live with intention instead of reaction. Instead of asking, "What is trending today?" you ask, "What matters to me?" This question leads to a different kind of life, a life built on purpose instead of distraction. Purpose does not appear instantly. It grows slowly, through curiosity, through effort, through exploration. But purpose needs attention, and attention grows in quiet minds. Another beautiful discovery appears along this journey: the joy of missing out. Many people fear missing something online. They fear missing news, missing trends, missing conversations. This feeling is often called FOMO, fear of missing out. But when you step away from constant updates, a surprising emotion appears: peace. You realize the world continues peacefully even when you are not watching every moment. You realize that not every story needs your reaction. Not every argument needs your opinion. Not every trend deserves your attention. And this realization feels liberating. You begin to experience JOMO, the joy of missing out. The quiet happiness that comes from being present in your own life instead of chasing every digital moment. You enjoy meals without photographing them. You enjoy walks without checking notifications. You enjoy conversations without distractions. These simple experiences become richer, more real, more memorable. Life slows down slightly, but it becomes deeper. And in this deeper rhythm, you rediscover something that was always yours, your life, your real life. Not the life you display online, but the life you experience moment by moment. The warmth of sunlight on your face, the laughter of friends, the satisfaction of completing a difficult task, the calm of sitting quietly with your thoughts. These experiences may not appear in trending feeds, but they build a meaningful life, a life that feels full, a life that feels authentic. As you continue this journey, remember something important. This transformation does not require perfection. You will still use your phone. You will still watch videos. You will still enjoy digital connection. The goal is not elimination. The goal is awareness. Each time you choose presence over scrolling, you strengthen your mind. Each time you protect your attention, you protect your future. Each time you create instead of consume, you move closer to the person you want to become. Your brain is always learning, always adapting, always rewiring itself. For years, social media trained your brain to chase constant stimulation. But today, you understand something powerful. The brain can change again. It can relearn focus. It can rediscover creativity. It can rebuild calm. And when that happens, life begins to feel different, clearer, stronger, more meaningful. So remember this truth. You were never lazy. Your brain was simply shaped by the environment around it. Now you have the power to shape that environment again, to protect your attention, to reclaim your time, to rebuild your focus. And when you take back your mind, you take back your life. One conscious moment at a time, one intentional choice at a time, one quiet step forward at a time.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.